So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there for Cincinnati. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Lions are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. After the interception, here's Wilson. This will go to Henry out wide. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And how'd you like to be a cornerback, having to come up to try and tackle that big man out of the backfield? Heck, how'd you like to be a linebacker or a defensive lineman, because he's as big as all of them? Derrick Henry, not utilized a whole lot in the passing game, just 19 catches a year ago. But when you swing it to him out of the backfield, look out.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 29, Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Wilson. Complete. Smith has it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah.
This is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half. But that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Fighting, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there just before halftime. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Huntley to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. To try again after the sack. Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
To throw, Huntley.
Under pressure, they got him again. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Room past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Carr to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. From midfield, here's Carr. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here's Huntley.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Now throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for Cincinnati. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Huntley. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Lions on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Oh, and this is going to wind up as safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is caught. He's got it. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr.
And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Huntley. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down. Huntley. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw on second down. Huntley. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 48. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw here. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.